Hello, Good Shepherd and Saints Francis and John. I'm Deacon Mike Lynch with Good Shepherd Church. This week we prepare for the 18th Sunday in Ordinary Time. A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew. When Jesus heard of the death of John the Baptist, he withdrew in a boat to a deserted place by himself. The crowds heard of this and followed him on foot from their towns. When he disembarked and saw the vast crowd, his heart was moved with pity for them, and he cured their sick. When it was evening, the disciples approached him and said, "This is a deserted place, and it is already late. Dismiss the crowd so that they can go to the villages and buy food for themselves." Jesus said to them, "There's no need for them to go away. Give them food yourselves." But they said to him, 5 loaves and 2 fish are all we have here." Then he said, "Bring them here to me." And he ordered the crowd to sit down on the grass. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish and looking up to heaven, he said the blessing, he broke the loaves and gave them to the disciples, who in turn gave them to the crowds. They all ate and were satisfied, and they picked up all the fragments left over, 12 baskets full. Those who ate were about 5,000 men, not counting women and children. You may know people for whom, wherever there's a problem, they can come up with a solution. In this gospel story, Jesus shows himself to be just such a person. Even though he went off to be by himself for a while, his heart is immediately moved with pity for the crowds who show up. They were in need of healing and of sustenance, and Jesus was willing to provide for them. His disciples can only conclude that the crowd should be sent away because there's very little for them to eat in this deserted place. But Jesus had a better idea. In his compassion for the crowd's hunger, he takes what few fragments of food the disciples have, offers thanks to his Father, and miraculously feeds more than 5,000 people, making a huge meal out of a few pieces of bread and fish. This story can be found in all 4 of the Gospels, perhaps because all of the evangelists recognized that the miracle provides a preview of what Jesus would do at his Last Supper, when he took bread and transformed it into his body, in the even greater miracle of the Eucharist. I don't think anyone can read this story without sensing the boundless compassion of Jesus for anyone in need, in any time and any place, including our time and our place. May we appreciate him more every time we approach the altar at Mass to receive his body in the Eucharist. Here's a family activity to consider in light of this gospel story. With your family, talk about the miraculous feeding of the 5,000, be it literally providing food for your table, food for your spirit, or providing for the larger needs of your community. What miracle, big or small, has the Lord worked in your life and satisfied your hunger? God bless. See you at Mass.